Welcome to Lion Talk. Alright, so the topic of this video is pork. To eat or not to eat? Well, let's just go to the scriptures for the answer. Alright, this is found in Isaiah 65. I'll start at verse 1. I am sought of them that asked not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. Do y'all understand that? I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good. Not good, okay? After their own thoughts, remember this, own thoughts. What do you hear people saying? He knows my heart. I have my own thoughts. I have my own beliefs, okay? Own thoughts. A people that provoketh me to anger. Doesn't say makes me smile. Continually to my face. That sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in monuments, which eat swine's flesh. Alright? Swine's flesh. Right there it is. In case you don't realize what that's saying, I went ahead and pulled up the Strongs of that, H2386. And you'll see right here, we've got boar, swine, hog. It's the same thing as pig, people. Same as pork. Alright? And broth of abominable things. Now, what's important about this abominable things? Broth of abominable things. Well, you see, if I click on this, you'll see unclean. Ceremonial unclean. Okay? Why is that important? Well, because crabs are unclean, lobsters are unclean. There's a whole lot of creatures that people think is okay to eat. Well, he's clearly showing you that broth of abominable things and swine's flesh is not okay. Alright, so let's kind of roll it all in together. Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. Okay, so this is what they're saying. Stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are the same people eating broth and swine's flesh. Does that ring any bells? We're better. We don't got to follow the law. The law was nailed to the cross. Any of this sound familiar? Okay. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense into their bosom, your iniquities, and the iniquities of your fathers together, saith the Lord, which have burned incense upon the mountains, and blasphemed me upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom. Alright? And this word here, the Lord, is not accurate. That is a substitution for the name of the Father. Okay? Which is Yahuwah. Or you've heard it, Yehovah. Or people, it's being spoken as Yahweh a lot. YHWH. Tetragrammaton. That was originally pinned there. Okay? So that's a substitution. That's a lie. It wasn't Lord. And we'll get into what's the importance of why they put Lord here in another study. Lord is not a term that you want to use. Okay. So, is there any other examples of this? Well, let's go look. I believe there is one in Isaiah 66. Why it's not cooperating with me, I don't know. Alright. Isaiah 66 in verse 17. So let's go on down. Verse 17. All right. Starting 15. For behold the Lord, this is not the Lord, it says, for behold, Yahuwah will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger and fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahuwah plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahuwah shall be many. Okay? Doesn't say Lord. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh. Again, we see it. Right there. Swine's flesh. And there are some mistakes in this book, but I'm going to show you that's not a mistake. Very clearly, again, we see it. Hog, pig, pork, swine, boar, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. And the abomination. Oh, what's that again? The abomination. Here we are. Oh, this is talking about an idolatrous object. What's an idolatrous object? Huh? Anything you worship. Anything on heaven, earth, or below the earth, in the oceans. It is an idolatrous object. Anything you kneel down and pray to. Anything ring a bell? What do people wear around their necks? I have them tattooed on my chest before I figured out the truth. Crosses. Yeah, that's an idolatrous object. In case you didn't know that. So we see something that seems kind of familiar, huh? And the mouth shall be consumed together. Look at that right there. So all of them eating swine's flesh shall be consumed together. Saith Yahuwah, not the Lord. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come, that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them into the nations of Tarshish, Pul, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tubal and Jovan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. Okay, so there are two very easy to find in your King James Version, although it's not my favorite version, but it is very helpful in pointing out some obvious mistakes and some truths. So, I just want you to see that. Those eating flesh are consumed together. They are not saved. They are not happy. They do not make the Father happy. He says it right here through the prophet Isaiah or Yeshayahu. Okay? Now, I'm not judging. It's not my place. But I do want to put the truth out there so that those of you who haven't seen this may have the choice to make that choice. Because without knowledge, you really don't have a choice. So now you do. Alright, thanks, and shalom.